Welcome everybody to EMO 2025, and we are back on the Schmeck stand. We've had a great morning. We've filmed some machine reviews. We've been talking to your dealers, distributors, customers. It's been fantastic. But Michael here is going to take us on a tour of some of the machines on the stand and also some world premieres too. So Michael, it's good to go on camera with you.
I am very happy to be here with you, Lindsay.
So what's your role then within the business at Schmeck?
Well, I'm one of the members of our overseas sales team, so obviously I would have to be here for this overseas exhibition. And we're really excited to have all of our distributors, customers, and friends here at the booth.
And do you enjoy doing shows? Is that one of your favorite parts of your job, or?
I think it's a very good opportunity to show the world all the new products that we've been kind of developing in the shadows, and make it a way for them to see in one place all the new technology, all the new products that we have available for the market.
You know what is brilliant, and it's one of the best, let's start walking this way, but it's one of the best things I've seen is the fact that and I said this yesterday, so forgive me if you've heard this before, but I got off the plane, we got our bags, there's Schmeck right in front of us. We got in the car, we're driving along, and then as you're going down the road, it was Schmeck. But it's brilliant what you've done this year.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Lindsay, because we spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money trying to advertise our company, our products, our booth to the people who will be attending the EMO show, because we really want to get the message out that we're here for the European market, we're here for the German market, and we're here to stay.
I love that, and you've got all of that support and backup here as well, haven't you?
We have our German office that's open with employees, technical staff, as well as spare parts and machine inventory ready for anyone who wants them.
Right, fantastic. Now this here is a premiere for yourselves, and can I just say, we mentioned it again yesterday, but it looks so good, Michael. Honestly, as far as machine tools go, this is, I'm going to say it, a sexy machine tool.
Well, we spent a lot of time and effort changing the entire design concept of our products. We really wanted to create a very advanced technology, very consumer-friendly product, so that it would attract not just the technical mind, but also the aesthetic eye to what we have available.
It certainly does that. So what are you known for? What is it that when people go Schmeck, what machines do they think of?
We're a very traditional turning center company and also a 3-axis vertical machining center company. But we feel that more and more the market's looking for more high-end product, like this turn mill, also like the 5-axis machining center we'll take a look at a little bit later.
Okay, and so we'll keep walking around, but why have you gone, we need to introduce this into the marketplace? What's driven this decision?
It's always market demand. They are no longer wanting the traditional 2-axis, 3-axis lathes or the 3-axis vertical mill because there aren't enough people to run those machines. So what they want is essentially a one-stop from the very part to the final finished product on a single setup. And for that sort of the operation, you really need these high-end products.
Absolutely. Now this is more of a traditional product for you as well, something that you're known and so you've got a great reputation in industry.
Well, we're very good with turning centers, so you can think of this as the next step. So instead of a traditional one spindle, one turret, this is a twin spindle machine with twin Y-axis turrets.
Wow, okay.
So we're talking high production, high volume cycle times on this sort of thing. So if you need a part that's really fast in high numbers, this is the ideal solution.
Okay, and talking industries here, who are we talking about? What industries are demanding this? And you know, what machines like this are out in the marketplace already? What industries are they in?
Definitely automotive is one of the biggest industries for this sort of product because they really need that high volume, high production type of machining or those solutions. And to be fair, there are a lot of competing products out in the market. So one of the ways we differentiate ourselves from our competitors is not just the product itself, but also the pricing, the performance, and especially the service support.
Oh, I love that. I love the fact that you even know, you just make my life so easy on camera because you're like, our USP, why go for this over others? So I love that. 5-axis machining centers now, this is different. So tell me about these, because They're the same machine but different models, aren't they, here?
So we have two versions of this machine out here at the show. Over here on my left is the MVF 5000, which is a little bit bigger, to the little brother, the MVF 4000. But we're showing two very different sorts of specifications on this. On the MVF 4000 is the more traditional 40 taper with the final control, full 5-axis. But on the MVF 5000, we have our brand new Cinemeric 1 controller. Not only that, the spindle itself is an 18,000 RPM built-in spindle with an HSK 863 taper.
I love it. You're a walking catalog. You really are. That's a lot of power.
It is. It's a lot of performance. And really in this sort of product line, customers want a lot of variety. They want to customize the machine to what they need, to what they want. And with our product line, we offer a wide variety of not just machine specifications, but also options and automation solutions that are available.
You know what, Michael? That was exactly what I picked up yesterday when I did a bit of a tour with Paul. It was the fact that the options, its versatility, its flexibility, it's almost like you're saying, come to us and we can provide what you need.
What you need, we will have.
I love it. There you go. What you need, Schmeck will have. Your stand is really busy at the moment, so bear with us because the cameraman's kind of wading through people. So what conversations have you been having with people during the week so far then, Michael?
Mostly it's a lot of worry. There are a lot of people worried about the current situation of the industry, the current situation of the market, and they're having a lot of difficulties trying to get the product out to the customers because there are a lot of fears, a lot of worries.
Okay, it's fair to say that's the truth, and that's, we're hearing it. What is it that you as a business are doing to help that and help industry then?
We're offering a wide variety of promotions and packages to at least lower the initial burden of the capital expenditure as they're purchasing the product. We're also offering a lot of inventory, a lot of product readily available. So if there is a need and that price point is just right, we can have it in their factory floor within a day or two.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's quite interesting. You're just helping at the very beginning to ease. Oh, okay. Right. Talking about that though, industry, we talk about it a lot. We say on nearly every single video that we produce, it's hard to get skilled workers. So that there is another solution, and you're providing it yourselves with automation.
Exactly. So as I mentioned before, we're also very keen on automation solutions, and we actually developed our own robot solution for product. So both of these units are using the Fanuc robot, but the rest of the system, from the control design to the control interface, was built by ourselves at our factory and will be readily available for our customers.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Why do you feel like you have to bring your own automation solutions?
Well, there are a wide variety of automation solutions ready-made that are available, but once again, customization is also so key, so important. So if we control all aspects of the design, production, and quality control, we can ensure from the very start to the very end that the customer product is what they need.
You know what, Michael? I started working for MTD probably about 9 years ago now, and automation was like, that's in the future. That was quite nerve-wracking, and I've seen it evolve. It's really interesting. I've seen it evolve, and I've seen it from like third parties specializing in it. Then I've started to see the brands go, this is something that we need to now help. This is a solution where we need to help people as a whole, the bigger picture, the whole, the billet in, the finished part out. And that's not the future now, that is now. And you're making it easier for people doing that.
Well, more and more there's this demand, there's this request, because there are a lot of companies that just don't have the people, and they want to be able to do overnight operations, over weekend operations. And so having that right automation solution makes it easier for the owners.
Now, behind us, oh my gosh, can I just get equally as excited about this as I did yesterday? Look at the size of this. Now this is, Michael, Something incredibly close to Schmeck's tradition, isn't it? And look at the size of this machine. So tell us some of the features here. It's massive.
Well, in Korea, there's a word called wonjo, which means original. Who is the first start? Where is the source? And this sort of model, this sort of machine is really kind of our source, our tradition. And so we're talking a very rigid, very large traditional 2 and 3 axis turning center, but this is one of our larger ones with 5,000 millimeters on the turning length. The workpiece that you see fitted on is a 3-meter long workpiece made of steel that we've been doing live demos of heavy duty cutting.
And what's the response been at the show?
They love it.
Let's just move on to the next machine then, shall we? That's all we need to say. And again, you've got the options. You know, that's I think what's really important is the fact that that's what I've really picked up over the last couple of days working with yourselves and understanding that there's options. And the next example, I've never ever seen this done before, ever, is the fact that they've got 3 machines but different control systems. Why have you done this?
We wanted to, number one, generate a lot of interest in our new line of tapping centers, the Q4200. And we felt that one of the ways to generate that interest would be to have it available at the show with all 3 different control systems. So we have one with the Mitsubishi.
Here, the Mitsubishi. Sorry, cameraman Elliot.
We have one with that Mitsubishi controller, another one with the Siemens controller, and the final unit with the traditional Fana controller. So any customer that requires, depending on what the customer needs, what the customer wants on the control, it's readily available. But this goes beyond just a simple controller that's available. We also made these machines, we designed these machines to be much more rigid, much more robust than your traditional tapping center. If you look with me down below, underneath the machine, you'll notice the width of the base. The base and the column were built to be almost like a mini machining center.
Wow, yeah.
So instead of just focusing on drilling and tapping holes, you can also do some very medium type milling operations and have 0 problems in terms of rigidity, in terms of stability, in terms of product finish.
I mean, the footprint of this machine is really small. It really, I mean, I could lie on the floor there and it's about how tall I am. It really is. I'm not going to do that. Okay, and some more features of these, because I think this is really interesting. And this is, you know, when floor space, if I can say that correctly, is at a minimum or a premium, shall we say, why go for this machine and where does it fit in a machine shop?
Well, I mean, these are used in a wide variety of industries. Tapping centers are just so common. It's just something that we haven't been too involved with in the past. So we felt that if we were going to enter into the market, we'd have to make a very big splash, something that would differentiate ourselves from the rest of the pack. And one of the things that really excites me is the 28 tool magazine that comes available with this product. Most other companies offer a 21 tool magazine as standard. We too offer the 21 as standard, but we made the 28 tool available. That means more tools so you can run longer operations, more variety of operations on the same machine.
And have you noticed with the control systems, you know, not to go into too much detail here, but, you know, what's been the main response when people have seen the 3 machines and the different controls?
Well, being here in Europe, I'm sure you've had many people tell you, I can't use a Fanuc, I can't use a Siemens, I don't like Mitsubishi, not because of a personal preference, but more because the operators aren't familiar with it, or the country itself is just not welcoming to those certain controllers.
Yeah.
So we felt that having all 3 available, the customer can pick and choose what they need.
I really do think one of the key takeaways here from your stand is the options that you're providing. Like, so many different varieties of technology, so many different sizes of components, but also when you're talking about the controls, it's all about options with Schmeck.
Well, EMO booth that we've ever done with 15 machines, 4 different robots, many of which are doing live cuts and full operations. We feel that this is a very great opportunity for our customers, our dealers, and our friends to come down to our booth and really see what's available with their own eyes.
Is it 677 square meters?
I believe so,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I mean, it's one of the biggest booths you've ever had at Hanover, isn't it? You certainly have made a huge impact here. Just to everyone watching, is there any kind of final message that you want to say about the company where you're at? What excites you, Michael, about where Schmeck is at right now, this year, 2025?
Well, I'm sure there are, as I mentioned, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of, well, what's going to happen next? I just want to reassure our friends and the people we are related with that we are here to stay at the European market in Germany, that we have our office, we have our team, we have our spare parts, we have our machine inventory, and our technical staff all here ready to support you.
Fantastic, thank you. I enjoyed that tour. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.